Hey, everybody.
What's up, everybody?
First of all, this is my second Lego time, and I have my good friend, my buddy, John Big Daddy Ross. Thanks for joining me, brother.
Nice to see you again, buddy.
Likewise. So we just had a little Lego buying. I saw his Instagram, and I decided to do a Lego time because I did go with Teamnerdherd, which I'll have your description at the bottom. We did the little Christmas crawl in December. Thank you guys for inviting me. Had a blast. We went to a couple of comic shops, and then we hit up kind of like a used CD place, and I found this bad boy. The box is damaged, which I don't really care for because I was going to build this.
Yeah.
But it was $40, and there's no way I'm not going to pass up on a set that's what, an $80 set.
Yep.
So
I would have bought it too.
Yeah, I jumped on it, and they're all, "Why are you grabbing it?" I'm all, "The price." I go, "I'm not going to find it cheaper than this. Not even on clearance on certain places. It'll probably be what, $10-15 the max." So I opened it already, so we can start when we could get right to it. But other than just saying hi to everybody, and of course saying hi to you, so I'm gonna put this to the side. How was your week, Big John?
It's been pretty good. We work's crazy, but weekends have been pretty good. Yesterday, got together with a couple friends, and we went down to Sarge's Comics in Connecticut and did some heavy duty digging. Had a good day.
Nice.
And then online this morning, chatting with some friends, and we're starting to talk about hitting a con next weekend. So it's like almost every weekend now something's going to be starting to hit.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I can't wait next week. I'm not gonna do a show, but I'm gonna go hang out with Doreen, aka Batmite, Comics on the Edge from the Low Grades, and Hip Hops and me, Steve. I think we're gonna do a Pasadena con in California. If not, we're probably gonna hit some shops by the beach area. But I think that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna DM everybody, so that's what I'm gonna do. So that's cool that we're both gonna be doing some of the same stuff.
Yeah, we found this little con in Connecticut. It's about an hour and a half drive for me, but um, let's see. It's Good Comics Memories. His name's John. I found out, on Instagram, we're chatting back and forth. Come to find out, he lives 15 minutes away from me.
Oh, wow.
So we've been getting together. We got together last week, in the middle of the week, and just had a sandwich and a beer and talked. And then I've got Dave, who's Mark Spector Comics. He's a little bit north of me. I think he'll probably jump in and ride with us.
Oh, nice.
And then Kevin, who's Karate Kevin, he may join in. We might even get Old Wolf. I mean, if we can pull him away. He only lives about 45 minutes away from me. I think he still might be recovering from the 24-hour telethon last weekend. But yeah, and then we'll drive out there, and then generally we'll meet up with people there.
Oh,
Man
cool.
from Beantown Auto, the guys from 3 Men in a Basement, Chinmo. Man, I never know who could be at that show because it's in Connecticut and a lot of people there. So,
Oh, that sounds like fun. That's
yeah,
cool.
it's a good show. It's a comic show too.
That's the best
not
kind.
a lot of the other stuff.
Yeah. I have one in Costa Mesa was just strictly comics, which I do like. And they have a couple of artists come in, like Eric Larson. Steranko came in last time before the pandemic, but they're trying to do that as an annual thing. So I can't wait for that show. So hopefully. And I missed the Glendale. There was one I just did it on Friday and Saturday. I didn't even know about it. They had a Glendale little comic little show, and I missed it. So I'll catch hopefully the next time. But before we start, let's see who do we have here. Oh, look at this great guy. Number one. Gotta love this guy.
I'm bored.
Oh, we gotta block this guy. Phil, what's up, brother? Nice to see you,
Phil.
Yes, they are. Phil, if you build Legos, please let us know. You can come and hang out with us and just talk. Talk comics, talk life, talk whatever.
That's how I got started. Just jumped in. You guys were already doing it.
But come on in, Phil, anytime you want. Everybody's welcome here. So I already showed off what I'm building. Do you want to show off what you're gonna build, John?
I'm just gonna do this Boba Fett's ship here.
Nice.
Figure I got a few sitting around here that I've started. I haven't started this one yet, so I figured this would be a good one to.
Is that the Mandalorian version one? With the Boba Fett and the Mandalorian in it?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. 593 pieces.
Nice.
Oh.
Yeah. But you already built this one because we were talking backstage, so I can't wait to have mine.
Yeah, that one's a lot. I really enjoy that one. That's I mean the ones that there's a lot to do with, and that's one. You know, obviously, like I said, mine's over there right now chucking me the bird, but you know, I'll do the heavy metal hand, or I'll do
that's what I want to do. I'm gonna go traditional for the first part, but then I'm gonna do the heavy metal one for sure.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Oh yeah. Oh,
hey Phil, I build furniture out, and I'll tell you what, as much as wood costs, I Legos might be cheaper.
Yeah, that's true.
I bought a piece of wood last weekend. It was $125 a board foot.
Wow.
So one square foot by an inch thick.
And in California, I don't know if everywhere, but eggs, like our business eggs, like large eggs, is $110. I'm all, wow. You're crazy.
Like, yeah, I posted on Instagram earlier. I made an omelet this morning. I'm like, no comics this week. I made an omelet.
Yes, I saw that one. Well, we're going to go right into it and start building some Legos, and hopefully we'll do about an hour and a half, and see how far we get. Good. And then we'll just put pictures on our Instagram. I'll have John's information at the bottom. Thank you for anybody who's live, Phil. Thank you, brother. Anybody who watches the replay, please hit the like button, leave a comment. I love talking to everybody. And hopefully you subscribe to both of us on our Instagram channels and this YouTube channel. So let's get at it, brother.
All right, sounds good.
All right, it's gonna put the camera down. I'll look at the comments and let's get going. Oh, see how nice you were? You didn't even open the bag to make that noise.
I was thinking about that, and I had the bags all set up, and I'm like, yeah, I'm an idiot. I've got my bag set up right underneath my microphone. So I restructured everything. So
here, I'll make it easier. I'll use my blade.
I grabbed a pair of scissors because, I was like, all right, I'm learning.
It's like when a comic, when you open a comic and you smell it.
Oh, yeah.
I do that with Legos. Just hearing the sound of the clinking, clinking together. I don't know why, I just get that same feeling.
That comic book smell, I was cutting up some of the books, or cutting open some of the books that I bought yesterday, and they had been in the bags probably for 30 years. They had masking tape holding them open. I mean, holding them closed. Sorry. This thing is not going together the way I want it to. All right. We're waiting on that. But we got our Boba Fett here.
Oh, nice.
They always start us out with a figure. Get the blood flowing, right?
Yes.
But, I mean, I take this old gnarly yellow bag and cut the masking tape off of it with a pair of scissors and opened that thing up, and the smell is heavenly.
Yes, I find it as history. Like
my youngest daughter for Christmas bought me a one of those oil things with the sticks that stick out of it. Smells like clean linen.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she bought it for me for my comic room because my comic room definitely smells like comic books. I mean, it's got a funk.
You should be singing that. You should play that song, "The Funk Phenomenon."
I'm not familiar with that one.
Oh,
That's
I'm
one
gonna
of the
have to
things.
send it to you.
That's one of the things I enjoy about our chats is all you guys expose me to new music. I mean, we all come from different backgrounds, and I know we share a lot of common interests in music, but there's always those bands that I've never heard of before that somebody will pop up with, and I like new music.
That's what I like about you. You're always open to everything, and
I've been right when you hit me up to say, "Hey, it's a good time to like log on." I was listening to Eminem "Till I Collapse,"
oh, nice.
and I just love that song. I don't know. It's my youngest turned me on to Eminem, and then yesterday I was listening to oh man, Black something. I'm totally blanking out on this stuff. I've been watching that. There's a show on Netflix about like the history of hip hop, and I've been
Okay.
watching it, trying to educate myself on the subject matter, and it's exposing me to a lot of bands that I've never heard of, artists and bands. So I've been trying to. I'll watch an episode, and then for a day or two, I'll try to immerse myself into a Black Star. I think.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah.
Been listening to them for a few, actually a couple weeks now. They seem to be one of the groups that I keep going back to and listening to over and over again.
That's a good group there. I have. What about yesterday? I was actually listening to Frank Sinatra.
I love me some Sinatra.
Yeah. My wife bought me the greatest hits blue vinyl edition, and I just pumped that and just sit back and relax and listen to it.
I have got to get my turntable set up so that it's usable.
I need to fix my wife's record player. Like it doesn't. Everything works except the record player. It doesn't. Fly me to the moon. Oh, there's Phil right there. Phil, anytime you want to jump on and just hang out and talk, you're more than welcome to join us, brother.
Yeah, definitely. Before my father passed, my oldest was getting into Frank Sinatra, and I think she was in high school, so we're probably talking a decade ago. She was really getting into Sinatra, and we're sitting around and we're just talking one evening, and I looked over at my dad and I said, "Dad, how many times did you see Sinatra?" And he goes, "I don't know." He goes, "A dozen probably." And that, of course, floored my daughter. But as we were talking, the reason that he saw him so many times is that I grew up about 20 minutes away from Steubenville, Ohio, which is where Dean Martin's from.
Oh, okay.
And I guess Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, which was about 40 minutes away, they had blue laws on Sunday. So those bands were not allowed to play on Sunday. So they would play Saturday night, and then they would play Steubenville on Sunday. So they'd all go see these bands on Sunday in Steubenville. So they saw all the big swing bands, Glenn Miller Orchestra, and all that stuff, and
yeah,
all of that genre,
all the goodies.
Yeah, I do. I mean, I can still sit and listen to a swing band.
Oh, what's up, Tylox? What's up, brother?
Hey, Tyler. What's happening, my man? He's probably just waking up.
Yeah, we just got rid of blue laws a few years ago. Oh,
Yeah, blue laws suck. When I moved to Rhode Island, nothing was open on Sundays. You couldn't buy liquor or beer or anything like that. And of course, Patriots are starting to win, and you couldn't buy beer on Sunday. So I'd have neighbors knocking on my door. Do you have any extra beer?
Tylox, if any of you guys want to jump on, just talk music or anything, I'll put it down. I think I'm doing it right. Let's see. We're just talking, anything we want and
Yep. No.
build some Legos. So anybody want to jump on, more than happy to join us, brothers.
Building Legos and chilling.
Yep.
Tyler gave me a list of bands I have to sit down and listen to. I find that I listen to the metal stuff more when I'm in my shop.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, just gonna jump on.
Awesome.
Yeah, I usually do when I'm driving because my wife likes alternative music like Depeche Mode, The
Yep.
Cure. That's what's her main genre, and then she gets into like Adele. So I listen to everything, and she doesn't listen to everything I listen to because I'll bust out, I'll jump from that, then I'll jump to Heavy D and the Boys. I'll go to Keith Sweat. I'll jump to Frank Sinatra. I do soundtracks. I jump all over the place. So she's more, stuck on two, three genres, and that's about it. Which is fine. I listen to everything she listens to. But yeah, anytime I talk to you guys and hear some bands, I'll listen to the replay just to get back and listen to see what you guys said. And I wouldn't mind dabbing on that.
Yeah, I'm just always trying to find new stuff because I get so bored.
Yeah. All right. I'm doing feels like the head part of the other Legos I built. That's kind of cool. All right.
I know we've talked on Justin's channel. I'm sitting here putting the stickers on, and God, I hate putting stickers on these things. I can never get them straight.
Yeah, I'm pretty horrible at that too. I'm thankful that I don't have any. I haven't been buying sets with stickers. Oh, it's like I'm doing the sign in the bottom part already. That's a first. It's usually at the end. Which you already know since you built this one already, which is cool.
Favorite soundtrack scores. Dazed and Confused is probably my favorite soundtrack score. But I mean, I will listen to the Hamilton Broadway soundtrack.
That was going to be mine.
I'll listen to that all day long, man.
But like the score from, Heat. Did you ever watch Heat?
The movie?
Yes.
It's been a while, yeah, but I have seen. I own it.
I enjoyed that soundtrack from just the score of the whole thing. I would use it working out.
Okay.
Because it just has those fast beats that makes you want to run.
Well, there you go. You're running. I don't do any running. I'm a fat guy.
That one, it gets me. But the Hamilton one is amazing. I watched them at the Pantages, and I loved every minute of it.
We used to have a membership at our local theater, where all the Broadway shows come through in Providence. And for years and years, we had memberships there. And then the girls grew up and they moved out, and we just kind of let it lapse, and I kind of regret it. But Hamilton came through, so we were still getting an offer to get tickets early. So I asked my wife, I'm like, do you want to go see Hamilton? And she's like, I don't think so. I don't, it's history. I'm not into history. It's rap. I'm not really into rap, blah, blah. No. So we didn't get tickets, and I'm like dying. I want to see it. My friends are all going. So then one day I come home, and she goes, hey, I'm going to Hamilton tonight. I'm like, wait, what? She goes, I'm going to Hamilton. My sister Mary got tickets for her birthday, and she's taking me. I'm like, really? Really?
Wow.
But I mean, I've watched that thing on Disney at least 10 times, at least.
Nice. I know I need to watch it again. I'm gonna tell my wife, hey, let's just watch Hamilton tonight. That's such a great thing. She bought tickets with her best friend. That's another great one. Oh yes,
Wicked is too. Yes, Wicked is probably my favorite show I've ever seen.
That is up there with me. I love that one.
I've seen it a couple times. I'm actually I'm distantly related to Kristen Chenoweth.
Oh, nice.
She's adopted, but the parents that raised her, the Chenoweths, are distant relatives of mine. I've never met her, but just one of those weird things that you learn about when your family's talking.
Yeah, my sister said that, I don't know, second cousins or something like that. I don't remember what she said exactly, but one of the Fergie from the Black Eyed Peas.
Oh yeah,
she's related to us somehow.
You poor guy. Like, oh, okay. You don't stand a chance now. She's a relative.
Yeah. I keep on looking up to see if here we go.
All right.
Oh, okay. Did they do it right? Yeah, I did.
Because those are stairs, it looks like. All right.
That's
As
cool.
We sit here and reassess, like, all right, where are we at?
Yes, that's what I was thinking. I'm quiet because I was paying attention there. Am I doing it right?
Right. Right.
Plus, another good reason for doing this is both our teams are out of the playoffs. And I was like, I don't have to watch football that, religiously like I like to. Well, not religiously. I'll take that back. I watch it, but not as much as I used to. I think hockey became my favorite. Oh, did I lose you, John? Might have.
Like you say, he's made a mistake. It's like was that you or me?
I think you were freezing up a little.
Okay.
You're back. I can hear you, and your hands are moving now.
Okay.
Yeah, Phil's from Detroit. Yes, the Lions looked good at the end. I thought they were going to make the playoffs. I was actually rooting for you. I always like the underdogs.
Me too. Well, I can already see I've done something wrong, so I'm going backwards here.
Okay.
Need to find out what I did.
Reassessing.
Yeah.
That was me when I did the Thor one. Remember that? I made so many errors.
Yeah, the Thor. Yeah, I in fact I can remember when you guys were doing the Thor ones. I was watching Justin make mistakes, and I'm like, Justin, I'm trying to get his attention. Before you get too far.
I had to get off because I was getting frustrated. I lost a piece too on the floor, and I was like, darn it. I went to go eat a sandwich, and I came back, and then I found the piece, and I was like, I needed food.
That's always an important. We talked about that before we started.
Yes.
The importance of food.
That's another reason we get along so good.
Yeah.
Amongst many things.
I'm telling you all my embarrassing stories about being in the Navy and not eating anything. Missing out on the fine delicacies of fish tacos and
Especially in San Diego. Oh, one of the meccas right there for that. All right, this is hopefully I could do correctly. At least I think I'm doing it right. Oh, looks like I'm losing John again. Let's see if we get him back in a second. Okay, don't want the hose now. Oh, speaking about losing a piece. Yeah. Should learn to be more gentle when I put Lego pieces.
I'm sitting here shutting down stuff just to make sure that it's not consuming bandwidth.
Okay. I was like, oh, give him a minute. I think we lost him for a second.
Well, my oldest streams on Twitch, but she knew I was going live, so we should be okay there. But we're one of those families that has about 92 computers running it.
Yeah, I remember you telling me.
So if something's just running wildly.
No worries. It's just friends here just hanging out. We're good. That's a good question, Phil. How far away are you from where the Wings play? Because K-pop lives in your area, right? If I'm correct. Oh, speaking of a brother. What's up, brother?
What's up? You talking about food?
I got a banana.
Just don't look me in the eye when you're eating that, buddy.
There we go. Had to cut off. Rookie mistake. Had to cut off the stream. But I literally just got done eating. Just got done doing dishes, and I was like, "Did they say food? I'm hungry." And so I grabbed a banana. Like I'm that guy. I'm that guy that everybody hates because I just like eat all the time, but I never gain any weight because I'm always eating stuff like this or strawberries or I'll eat junk here and there, but like it's mostly just good stuff, and I'm always eating.
Yes, we hate you.
Yeah, definitely. Who are you?
Yeah.
Moderators.
Speaking of music, so yesterday I went to a flea market on the way to jiu-jitsu, and I'd seen it a bunch of times, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna make it a point. So I, put some money to the side. This is how much I'm gonna spend, and I went and actually walked around. I went like way earlier than I was supposed to go to jiu-jitsu, so I had time to walk around. And I walked around, and I found, there are people there that sell vinyl, but normally the vinyl you get around here is like country or bluegrass or blues, but it's never, it's never anybody, no offense. I bet you Donnie Rio and the Texas Trio are great, but who are you? So like, you get that kind of stuff all the time. But I actually went by a booth. There was a young couple working a booth, and they had tons of rock, and they had a metal section. And it was like, it's always a small metal section. Even record stores don't have small metal sections. But I started going through it, and I left with a copy of Gruesome's Twisted Prayers on vinyl, Obituary Slowly We Rot on vinyl, which is a classic. That's like old school, like early 90s death metal from Florida. Those guys are like, like old school legendary. Like that's a legendary album. If you want to get into death metal, that's one of the albums you need to listen
That's
to.
it, huh?
Slowly we rot. And then I got a copy of Tom Petty's Damn the Torpedoes.
Yeah, I was jealous when you showed that. I was like, dang.
Dude, as soon as I seen that for $15, I got home and I started looking on Discog to log it in my Discog. It's not on sale anywhere on Discog for less than, I think there was a couple copies for like $25, but they were beat to death. They were like way in worse shape, and I got that thing for like $15.
Nice.
So
Nice.
I was like, dude, score. As a classic, I'm a huge Tom Petty fan. I'm a huge Prince fan, and then
that's why we get along.
It's really weird because people will get in the car with me and they'll be driving down the road, and my like songs playlist on Spotify will be on shuffle, and they're like, "What is wrong with you?" And I'm like, "What?" And they're like, "1 minute it's Garth Brooks, 1 minute is Prince, 1 minute it's like some metal band that sounds like they're dying." It's like you just jump around like Joe Bonamassa. You just jump from like every genre. I'm like,
That's why we get along, because I'm
I like all kinds of music. So I just I just listen to all of it. Who says you have to just listen to one thing?
Preach on, brother. You don't have to. It's whatever you like.
Look, Phil said he saw the Damn Torpedoes tour in Detroit.
Yeah.
That album has so many hits on it. It's so good.
All right, so Damn the Torpedoes.
Dang. Nice.
That was the second album.
Second. All right. I saw him on the third tour.
Okay, so third tour, you probably saw him on, what album was that?
That's what I'm trying to remember.
Oh, God, what album is that? I should know this, too. First one was Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, and the second one was Damn the Torpedoes.
Yes.
Because that was the one where they were in the lawsuit.
Second one's You're Gonna Get It, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, it is. So Damn Torpedoes was the third one. So, yeah, you saw him on that tour.
All right. That sounds about right. I was kind of thinking, but I was a little bit. All right, because I bought You're Gonna Get It after hearing like one song. It was one of those, like, I really liked his voice.
Yeah.
So I bought the album, and it was one of those things like all my friends are like, "What's a Tom Petty?" And
well, that stuff wasn't popular back then. It was late 70s, early 80s. So it was either you listened to punk or new wave, and that was pretty much it. Like, or metal. Like, you had the beginning of metal, like, getting popular.
Right.
You had new wave starting to get popular, and then you had, like, punk and, like, classic rock. And that was pretty much it. But, like, this whole, like, radio rock thing was, like, people were like, oh, that's old, that's all, was it Blase or whatever? Nobody listens to that anymore, and this, that, and the other.
Kids weren't listening to that.
Kick the doors down.
The cool kids were not listening to it because, I can remember, that would have been, I saw all those bands that I would consider that genre, like Styx and Kansas and Boston and all of those guys that I kind of lump into that, genre.
What's up, brother?
Hey, Drac.
Bye. It's a little different here doing the little Lego action.
Hey, Drac, are you coming to Terrificon this year?
Oh, there's a question for you. Nice.
He was there last year. We had the whole Canadian contingent. It was pretty cool.
Journey.
Yep. I saw REO a couple times, Journey a couple times.
I got lucky. A buddy of mine, his mom had a coworker, and she passed away, and they were at her house. Literally, her will said, divvy my stuff up between all my work friends. So all the people that she had worked with, it was like little old ladies who all worked at Walmart for most of their lives and stuff like that. There was like a crew of like 5 of them. They went to her house and they just started, going through stuff. And she had a couple boxes of records, and everybody was like, are record players still even a thing anymore? And my buddy was there helping his mom load stuff up. And she just goes, he just goes, you know what? Tyler like listens to vinyl. Let's take him to his house. And does anybody want these? Everybody said no. We don't want them. What are we gonna do with them? So I got like a ton of. I got like 2 Journey albums. I got 2 REO albums out of that. I got like all kinds of classic stuff. High Infidelity, like yeah, all that stuff. I got like a couple Eagles albums. Like she had like everything that. Who was it? It wasn't Carole King. It was somebody like that. Some singer songwriter.
Carly Simon.
I think so. She had like every album she had ever done. And so all the stuff that like I didn't want, I either knew that a friend of mine, some friends of mine would want it, or I, just packed it up and I took it to the local record store and I dropped them off there and I was like, hey, what will you do? And he was like, I'll give you, however much in store credit. I think it was like, 30, $40. Cause I mean, some of them were beat up, she smoked, so they smelled. Stuff like that, but I was like, and so I just took the store credit and I walked around and picked some stuff out. But I just got really lucky because she had a lot of stuff that I did like that I really enjoyed. So nice. And now they have new homes.
And John, yes, he is going.
Awesome. Be good to see everybody again.
Rick, what's up, brother?
Oh, nice. I'm going to Heroes Con in Charlotte.
I'm heading
get down to Charlotte. That might be a good excuse.
I was about to say everybody's going. It's like I know literally it's like 20-something channels are all showing up. It is ridiculous how many people. We're like pressuring people into coming. Like like we were literally like, Roscoe, are you coming? Comics by the Bay, are you coming? And they were like, oh, I don't know. Well, you guys live near each other, don't you? Yeah, well, there you go. You can carpool, you can room together. There you go. It's done. You're coming. And they're like, I guess we can try and make it.
Alonzo, what's up, brother?
What's up?
Everybody's good.
I ain't seen Alonzo in a minute. I've been missing so many streams, so many live streams because of work.
Yeah.
I know that.
Jiu-jitsu. I can't wait for my old work schedule back. I hardly get to catch anything from Teamnerdherd anymore. Hardly get to catch any low grades. I'm either asleep or like just relaxing from having so much stuff to do.
It happens.
I wanted to stay up and watch a Spine Ticks last night and I fell asleep. Like I just cannot stay up late.
Yeah, it's hard on us East Coasters.
Yeah.
I wake up usually between 3 and 4, so 9 o'clock I'm like dying.
Well, mine ended. I think I ended my stream at it wasn't that late, was it? It was like 9:30, maybe 9:45, and then I was like, all right, I've been on here an hour and a half. Time to get off.
Yeah, I think I fell asleep about 8:30. My wife put in Knives Out. She put it on to watch, and I promptly fell asleep. Yeah, I'll have to catch the replay on that one.
Oh man, I gave away tons of stuff last night. I had a few boxes I didn't give away. I'm gonna save those for the next giveaway.
Great show, by the way, brother.
Oh no, I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. Same old, just showing stuff, and the only difference was I was giving stuff away, and I'm shocked that I got like, yep, you can't mistake that voice, Trev. I was shocked that I got to 300. Like last channel I had, it was like 350, and then I think I don't remember what I had after that. So, but it took a while to get to 350.
Trav, what's up, brother?
Yeah, they're just doing Legos and stuff, so I didn't want to be like odd man out, so I just faced my camera down.
Yeah, put some comics on, dude. We're just chatting away.
Yeah, I'm reading Monsters of Metal by Chris. I got the Jack-o'-lantern Ironbird cover.
We're just talking music, talking food. So if you want to come on, brother. And everybody's welcome here. Yep. We're just chatting it up and building some Legos. Alonzo, I forgot to tell you, this is the one I'm building, is the Infinity Gauntlet that I picked up on the Christmas crawl. I'll have your info on the bottom so they can check it out. It was fun times.
You want to talk food, man? I take jiu-jitsu in Greer, South Carolina, and it's like a Hispanic community hotspot. So, dude, it's like every block there's like a Mexican restaurant or some kind of equivalent of Hispanic food. And then there's like a few Indian restaurants too. I literally just, every time I get done on Saturdays, I just pull out my phone and I Google, restaurants near me, and I just pick a new one and I just go there. And I'm literally like, it's so good because I could literally do that forever and never run out of new things to try. Like, you go to a restaurant once, you try one thing, there's 50, 60, 70 things on the menu. Like, so.
Yeah,
Okay.
especially when you mix it up, like every time you go and you get new food, that's the best part.
Yeah, it really is.
All right, Tyler, you just upset me, man. I don't get upset easy. You mentioned Indian food, and like my wife's down there right now making vegetable soup, and now I want Indian food. It's like I can't go down there and go, hey, can we get our Indian food?
Dude, it's really funny because like it's hilarious because people think South Carolina, there's not a lot of diversity as far as food. There's burger places and steaks and stuff like. No, dude, it's like we call Berea Little Mexico for a reason. Like it's ridiculous how many different kinds of people live in Greenville. How many different restaurants you can find? Any kind of restaurants, Greek, Indian food, Hispanic food. Italian Italian restaurants everywhere. Like it is ridiculous. It's. I kind of feel like I'm going to New York every time I go. It's like a hot spot. Like it's ridiculous, and it's incredible for me because I love food. So I would totally eat anybody's food and get fat. No,
that's why we don't like you.
I get fat looking at food.
Yes. No, but that's cool, dude. I love that you're like that. That's one of my now new bucket list is to meet you guys in person.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's gotta happen.
Yeah, we'll make that happen.
I might try to do Terrificon next year and just hang out with all of you guys. Even Drac, dude. I want to see Drac too. Oz
was there. Man,
I know I'm doing Heroes this year, but next year I'm thinking about doing PlanetCon. So I might go to Kansas City next year, get to meet that whole crew.
Yeah, I'd like to meet Drew at from Como Comics. He's a dealer out there.
Okay.
And I really enjoy the stuff he puts out. So yeah, St. Louis trip would be cool too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know Beckerman's out there and Marcus, but Marcus is coming to Heroes Con. So, but Marcus, I'll get to hang out with him and Panda, and I believe Trev is there as well. Trevor, don't you go to PlanetCon? You're that way. Yep, there it is. KC next year. Yep, I knew it was coming.
Oh, there you go.
There you go. So let's see who else is over that way. I know I'm forgetting some people, but yeah, there's a whole bunch of people that go to PlanetCon every year. So I'm planning on doing that next year if I can get over my fear of flying.
Brother, I'm scared of heights, and all I do is just go to bed. That's how I do
a blunt.
Drink a beer or drink something if you drink, and then just knock out.
Smoke a blunt and catch the plane.
Oh, that's what I want to do is get high and then get on a plane. That's not going to make me nervous at all. like any other time I would have done that, I would be completely relaxed. But if I do that before I get on a plane, I'd be like a complete nervous wreck. I'd just be
paranoia.
Like,
Ricky's movie.
Turbulence, like.
But Terrificon last year, I met so many people. Some I knew before, but the 3 Men in the Basement crew was there. Pressable Defects, Erod, DJ Lynx, all the guys from Canada. So Oz, Actual Dracula, Big Lion Cat was there. And it's cool because it's at a casino. So you don't have to leave there. You're there for 3 days. You can eat. The food's good, and you can just eat and drink and don't have to worry about driving anywhere.
Oh, nice. That, or if you hit the big numbers, then you can buy one of your grails there.
Grails, right?
Yeah.
I did that once. I went to Aruba, and Oh yeah, Wesley's gonna go there too. That's why another brother, the newbie. Yeah,
Yep, newbie was there last year. Yep.
I went to Aruba, and that was my first trip. Ty, I was scared of flying. I got a non-refundable ticket, and I said, "The hell with it." My buddies were with me. I went, drank 2 beers, got on the flight, went there, started drinking, and then I went. They had a casino that was next to the hotel, which Aruba's small, so it's not a large place.
Yeah.
And then you just get on a golf cart, and they drive you to the casino. So take off to the casino. I'm already buzzed. Put money on Caribbean Stud. Put $5 on the insurance, and boom, royal flush.
Nice.
Paid for the trip, basically.
Yeah.
So I'm all, steaks on me. Let's go, guys. Let's go eat. You gotta do it sometimes. Just get the courage to visit the world. You gotta just get out there and do it.
I mean, there are places that I want to visit that I'm gonna have to get on a plane. So it's eventually gonna have to happen.
Yeah.
I'm kind of hoping they'll invent teleportation before that. I just go set on a teleportation pad and just be there.
Ryan, what's up, brother?
I would rather disassemble all the molecules in my body and hope they're rearranged the right way on the other side than get on an airplane.
Brian was at Terrificon last year too. Bearded Comic Bro.
Nice. Yeah, Morbius was there. Yep.
Morb was there. All.
Yeah. Another thing that's really really awesome that I thought was really cool is as soon as like I found I was like, all right, Heroes Con, this is what it is, this, that, and the other. As soon as I found out about that, I was like, huh. So I got on like Google and like Google Maps, and I like put in Charlotte or whatever, and I put in Jiu-Jitsu studios near in Charlotte, and literally there's like 2 within a few blocks away. So I'm gonna bring my gi and stuff with me too, and that way I don't even have to miss a workout that weekend. I can literally just go to like there's a Gracie Academy, a Henzo Gracie Academy near the venue, near the place.
Oh, cool.
I'm gonna go there and be like, hey, I go to the Greenville school, and I was wondering if I can get a workout. And they usually do like give people like our studio gives or dojo gives people a free week. So you can come for a week free and see if you like it, see if you want to try it, and keep going. And so like I can go in there and be like, hey, I was wondering if I can grab a workout while I'm in town. I'm from Greenville, and this, that, and the other. And we do it all the time. I've seen people come in and be like, hey, I'm in town with the in-laws for Christmas.
Why didn't you tell me?
That happened a lot.
Did you read that?
Tylox, why didn't someone tell me my ass was so big? Spaceballs. It's big enough to be cute. I mean, I wouldn't say it's big. Trev, thanks for making me self-conscious, but it's big enough to be cute and likable. It's got a nice bounce to it.
Bounce.
I'm so intent on building this thing. I'm not even watching the chat. I'm listening to you guys talk about it and catching it.
I got the foundation down just talking to you guys. And
isn't it so weird how they use all these different colored bricks? You're like, trying to figure stuff out, and now they're just using some random white or green, or it's not going to show up in the final thing.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, don't lose that. Ooh. What do you have planned later on, Tylox?
Nothing. Just doing some housework. I got to work tonight. My work week starts tonight, so just chilling out. I might take another little nap because I went to sleep last night after my stream because my cats climbed in my lap as soon as I sat down and got comfortable. I ate and then I got comfortable and they climbed in my lap and I was unconscious. And then I woke up and it was like 4 something. Mm-hmm. So I went and laid down in the bed, and then I woke up and it was like 10 in the morning, or 10. Yeah, it's like 10:30. So I was like, well, maybe I'll try and catch a nap before I have to go tonight, so it won't be as bad. But that's pretty much it. Do some housework. Read some comics. I got a whole stack of like music-based comics that I'm reading. Halloween, Secret of the 7 Keys, the 3-issue mini they just did.
Oh, nice.
Read that. I got some Bill and Ted.
Yeah.
Those. Get those knocked out.
TM's probably jealous on those.
Dude, that if you guys ever get to come to South Carolina for any reason, I'm gonna take you to that like flea market. That dude, I pulled so much gold. Literally, he was like 25 books for $25, and if you do 50, it's like 40. And I was like, for real? And he was like, yeah. I walked into the place and it was lined like on both sides with long boxes, and they were slap full. And I just walked in and I looked at the guy and I was like, is there any order? And he kicked me a rolling stool and he's like, nope, there's no order. So I was like, all right, this is my kind of place. So I sat down on the stool and just started digging. And I found so much good stuff. I found that second volume of Nightwing, the Chuck Dixon run. I found like a ton of those. I found some newer detective comics, like a couple months old, like or last year or something like that. Found those for, it ended up being less than $1. I was like, man, it's making me not even want to pull books anymore. Like I could just come here and just throw all that money towards digging through back issue bins and get kind of the same books. I have not read The Cradle of Filth. I had it on my pull list, Drac. I know some people have said it's pretty good. I know Dope Comics got it, and he said it's actually really good. Nice. So I had it on my pull list, but I was trying to save money, and those books were like $7 a piece.
Wow.
And so I dropped them. I was like, yeah, no, I'll just find it. And hopefully, more likely I'll probably end up digging in a back issue bin and finding them now. So, but I wanted to read them too, because I mean, they were either going to be really bad or incredible.
Yeah.
So,
when you pull those Nightwings, I read almost the whole run there, and I actually, I don't know if you caught it. I told you I bought. Oh, here we go. Yeah. What's up, brother? Hope I didn't have you back there that long. I just looked up and I just saw you, so I apologize.
Nope. Who knows who this is?
I had a good clue when I see the spaceship.
No, not at all. Just
in front of.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And look, you have an apple.
Yes.
How do you like these apples?
I like the Red Delicious. Red Delicious is old school.
I think that's my favorite movie.
What, Red Delicious?
No, you like apples? Well, I got a number. How do you like?
See, there's a good soundtrack. There's another good soundtrack. Good Will Hunting.
Yeah.
How you like them apples?
Let's see if people can figure out who I am just based on my voice.
Yeah, I knew who it was. I had a good clue when I seen the spaceship that you're sitting in front of. But I was like, wait till he says something, and then I was like, yep, that's Bill.
Everybody wants to do the same cam shot.
Yep.
Who's different?
Yeah, Drac. It's
you gotta fit in.
Here, let's do this for a minute.
No, back to what I was talking about, the McDonald. Oh, dude, I DM'd him and then he sold me an original page from one of the issues. So I was super stoked for that. So when I saw you pulling those out, I was like, oh, that's some good stuff right there.
Oh man, dude, I've heard so much good stuff. It's got to be good. I mean, the first volume was 1 through 4, and that was like a trial run. And then the volume 2 that happened right after that was 150 something issues. And I was like, it can't be bad if it ran in the 90s or like late 90s, early 2000s for 150 something issues.
I loved Nightwing, so I enjoyed reading all of that.
And I really love the art style too. I normally don't like that really cartoony kind of stuff, but like for some reason it just looks really appealing. I don't know why.
This is the part where it's going to go really good, John, or it's going to go really bad. Right.
I've had to go backwards a little bit once, but I'm getting there now.
Oh, okay. No.
What always scares me is when you have parts left over.
Yes.
Like, you actually do that when you're building Legos, but it's like, what the hell? Why do I have all these parts left over? But there we go. My random parts that are left over for that bag. So
Yeah, the first time I built one, I got scared.
Yeah, those just go into this bag.
Any groups that you guys wish you didn't get to see and you missed?
Prince.
Oh, God. Yeah, Prince.
Bowie.
Motorhead.
Motorhead's one for me.
I actually had tickets to go see the last tour in Charlotte, and he had been canceling shows like back to back to back. And I was like, man, he's going to cancel. And so I was like wanting to take my dad out for his birthday. And so like I booked it, like I canceled those tickets and went to go see another show instead that was closer by. And, you know, I figured my dad would like it more anyway, because I was basically going to see Motorhead for me. My dad was going to enjoy it no matter what I did, but he enjoyed the second show a lot more than I think he would have Motorhead. And that was one of the shows he didn't actually cancel. He actually played in Charlotte. And
all right, so now you have to tell us who the band was that you blew off Motorhead for.
Unknown Henson. Have you ever seen the show Squidbillies?
Nope.
No.
Okay. Well, Unknown Henson is his gimmick is he's a undead country vampire who is the last great living country music troubadour. He's probably one of the greatest guitar players I've heard live. He's incredible as far as playing guitar, but his songs are like hilarious. They're camp, and they're like horribly okay. If you've ever seen Squidbillies, he plays Early Kyler, the lead character in Squidbillies. So that's his whole shtick. Like he's got a song that's one of the greatest country music, like old school songs I've ever heard in my entire life, called Foggy Windows. But he says Foggy Winders, and it's literally about stalking a lady and like peeping through a window and stuff like that. Like one of the lines in the song is, "Don't pick up that telephone and call the law. I've already cut the lines." And I was like, this is the craziest but greatest thing I've ever heard in my entire life. It's great. So I went to go see him instead. And my dad was just like, I think he played a cover of like Hendrix. He played a Hendrix cover. He played Voodoo Child. And my dad was just like blown away. He was like, this guy's incredible. How have I never heard of this guy? And I was like, because he's weird. Like, he's really weird. You're not going to see this on CMT, man. This is like really weird kind of stuff. I mean, he's dressed like a country music troubadour, but a vampire at the same time. Like, it's really weird. It would be like, going to see the Dead Boys or something like that. Like, it's like, Twisted Sister, when they first started, everybody's like, what is this?
Oh.
Hi, Inja. Glenn, brother, what's up?
What's up, Glenn?
Thanks for dropping by, guys.
So I saw lots of Rush concerts in my
Oh,
youth.
nice.
And Genesis concerts.
Oh, that's another good one that I didn't get to see.
So did you see Genesis with
Phil Collins? I saw them a couple tours, starting with Abacab.
Okay.
But I did see Peter. My favorite concert was Peter Gabriel. It was outside. It's an outdoor theater in Detroit area. At the time, it was called Pine Knob. I don't know anymore, but it was a gorgeous summer night, and there's Peter Gabriel down in the middle or the bottom of this kind of bowl-shaped area singing.
Yeah.
It was the So tour. So like Sledgehammer and Don't Give Up.
I love Peter Gabriel.
Yeah, I'm a big Peter Gabriel fan, so.
And then I've
not seen him.
I still like him, but I don't follow him like I used to. Big Todd Rundgren fan. A lot of people say, who?
Yeah, he plays a lot around here.
Yeah, and you know what? And that's the thing. I don't like going to the big arenas. I would much, much more prefer to see someone in a smaller club where it's a bit more intimate.
Yep.
That's all.
He plays a place here that seats about 250. So
excellent. Yes.
But it sells out immediately because his fans are so rabid.
Yeah.
You can never get a ticket.
That's a problem. So I've seen him a couple times. I'm trying to think who else. I was at the first Lollapalooza.
What's up, Beef? Oh,
Beef,
nice.
what's up?
Not the first date, but the first year, the first tour.
Yeah, that's still good. That was like what, Chili Peppers,
Susie and the Banshees, 9 Inch Nails.
yeah,
wow.
Stone Temple Pilots, wasn't they on that year?
Oh, maybe.
TP,
I-
yeah.
I think they were.
I won't remember all the parts.
The truth comes out.
I was happy that I got to see Scott Weiland right before he passed away. I got to see him with his solo project, so I at least got to see him play.
I like the idea of the rock concert as a traveling road show, right? So
Yeah.
Yes.
and from that aspect, then I'll go and I will watch live videos of groups I don't care anything about. I'll say concert videos, just because I like watching footage of the crew, or I'll like watching, several different like songs from the same tour, but at different locations. So you can, I don't know. So you can you get to kind of look at the show as a production rather than the one-off concert that most fans think they are.
Right.
Oh yeah. There was a Slipknot live DVD called Disaster Pieces that came out in like the early 2000s, and every band member, there's 9 band members, they all had different cameras on them, and you can swap views.
Oh, that's cool.
So, and then at the same time, they had lots of backstage stuff with them setting up the sets and stuff like that. And like, even if it's not like your cup of tea, if you want to see production, that's one of the biggest stage productions I've ever seen. That was almost as good as Gwar.
Oh, nice.
I saw Gwar in like a 500 seat 500 capacity venue, and it was like 2 months before Odorous died, and there was green and red food coloring everywhere when they were doing it. Was like, I even wore a white t-shirt that like I bought from Walmart because I knew not to wear something you cared about like to that show. Like, it was gross.
I've never seen Gwar, but in 1984, I was at the Motor City Comic Con where they had a booth and where they were performing, but they weren't there. So all I did was saw their setup.
Yeah.
And my gosh, even back in the day, it was so intricate and detailed, just their set. Crazy stuff, right? Like monster related and otherworld.
Oh
stuff.
yeah. It's really weird. Dave Brocky will tell, when he was Odorous, he will tell a classic story that his codpiece, his cuttlefish, got stolen from him by the Charlotte Police Department because they didn't want him to use it on stage. They said it was, it looked too much like the real thing, apparently. And so they took it from him so he couldn't use it. And then he had to his record company had to work out a deal with the Charlotte Police Department to get it out of their evidence room and give it back to him so he could keep using it on the tour. And so he's on stage and he's using it and he's spraying stuff out of it. And me and my friends who are all insane are on the front row, and we have our mouths open because we know it's food coloring and water. So we have our mouths open and we're like, yeah, more. And after the song was over with, he was like, hey, you guys are all insane. Like, I can't be in Carolina and there were going to be people outside with pitchforks and torches. You guys are loving this. So you're all out of your minds. Everybody in the front row now has AIDS. And it was just great. And so after the show was over, we were at the bar. Everybody was getting a last drink or whatever before they headed out. Everybody was going to hang out and then leave. And Dave had already taken his stuff off and came up to the bar to get a drink or something like that. And he came up, and as soon as he opened his mouth, everybody was like, oh crap, it's Dave. And so we were like, hey man, great show, blah, blah, blah. And he hung out with us and, sipped on a drink or whatever. And then he was like, I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. By the way, you guys were the guys up front, right? He was like, you guys all need to go get therapy. And that's coming from me, the guy who was on stage. So you guys need help and don't ever change. Every single one of you.
I saw them at Rock and Shock in Worcester.
Oh, nice.
And Bill Moseley, who is in House of a Thousand Corpses and
all
of those movies. He was there, and so was Danny Trejo.
Oh,
and
nice.
They fed both of them into the meat grinder.
Yeah. I think they did the meat grinder, but I think I just didn't get picked because I was literally like I almost just dove onto the stage. Like I mean, there was no picking. I wasn't waiting. I was gonna get eaten. Like I really wanted to, but I think literally like the stage just got mobbed because everybody wanted to get eaten by the meat monster.
Oh yeah.
Well, Dracula, he definitely Nine Inch Nails was one of his favorite concerts.
Rammstein is one of my
How is
favorites.
9 Inch Nails live? Is it incredible, Phil?
What about Incredible?
Is
Oh,
it,
9 Inch Nails?
How are they live?
Well, I had never heard of them before until I saw them at that show, and it was really crazy. And I did go home and check out Pretty Hate Machine immediately and became a big fan. But at the time, I didn't know who they were. If I'm not mistaken, they came on right after Susie and the Banshees, and they're kind of crazy already. So, in fact, they're not around anymore, are they?
Oh, they're touring this year.
Oh, they are really.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
First time in over a decade.
Nice.
Never got to saw
Beef and Bill's Legos too. Sweet.
I was about to say I never got to saw Wendy O and the Plasmatics. I kind of
Oh
regret
man, yeah, that would have
that. I
been.
know that
something.
was a great show.
Butcher Baby.
I've seen Butcher Babies. I saw them.
No, I mean that was one of their songs. That's immediately what pops into my head.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about the band. I was like, no, I've seen that band.
Well, I finished bag 1. I'm heading to bag 2. Not bad. It's only 3 bags, so that's cool. How long did it take you to build it, John?
What I'll usually do is I'll do a bag a day. That'll take me like 3 days if it's a 3-bagger.
Oh, okay.
I just come home from work and it helps me chill out.
Unwind. All right.
Till I can't find what I'm looking for and I get angry.
Yeah, I was fortunate to see Prince, so I was happy.
My wife saw him with The Time and Vanity 6
Yes.
on the Purple Rain or no 1999 tour.
99 tour.
Oh man,
Morris Day. He played. Morris Day and the Time played for their tribute concert. His tribute concert.
yeah.
That was.
There's a video of a guy on YouTube. I can't remember like where I even seen this. I think I was just watching Prince videos. There was some dude who got to hold play one of Prince's guitars, one of the cloud guitars. It wasn't the purple one, it was like a white one. And he was like, I can't even believe I'm holding this thing. He was like, so he's got it plugged into an amp and he was like, I'm gonna play it and see what it sounds like. And so he goes to like play this thing and like it sounds like, you know how like everybody says, oh, it's all in the fingers. No, I think it literally had to do with because he started just playing like little like Prince licks from songs, and it sounded just like Prince. And he was like, I think it's the guitar, because I mean I don't even think I'm using the same amp. There's no way I'm using the same. He was like, I think it's like the pickups and like the way this thing's set up, and you just kind of have to figure out how Prince would have played, and it gets really, really, really close. He was like, I think it's actually the guitar. He was like, this is actually really weird because I shouldn't be sounding this close. Like I sound completely different. That's like the way it always goes. Like you know, who was it? Somebody plugged into Eddie Van Halen plugged into Brian May's rig.
Yep.
And sounded like Eddie Van Halen. He didn't sound anything like Brian May.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
That's exactly who I was thinking is Brian May's guitar doesn't sound like anything else,
Yeah, and it sounded like Eddie was playing. From what I've heard from roadies and everybody who was there, he was like, let me play your stuff so I can see what my way of playing sounds like through your stuff, and it sounded like Eddie, from what everybody heard and they said, and so that's usually the way it goes. But this dude was playing like little licks here and there, and he was like, I think it's the guitar. I don't think. Maybe he had his guitars hot rodded a certain way or something. Like he was like, I'm not tearing it apart, so I'll never know. But he was like, maybe it's like the pickups or he was like, it's got to be something. And I was like, yeah, because he played different guitars. He had like the Cloud guitars, and then he had the Prince logo guitar, and then he had the Telecaster that he always played, but it all sounds like him. So that's unusual.
I did get to see Queen.
Oh, I didn't get to see Queen.
Oh, that's one of the bands I wish I did see.
I haven't seen Metallica yet, which is unusual. Everybody I know has seen Metallica. I need to go see them next time they come through.
This year's a good year to see Metallica because they're
They're
playing
doing 2 sets.
2 nights.
Yeah, they're doing 2 nights. The first night is like the old school stuff where it's like nothing after Black Album.
I just know they're doing 2 sets. Each night you're going to hear different music. So if you see them both, it's 2 different things.
I think the first night is like all their old school stuff, and then the second night is everything like, Load, Reload, Saint Anger. The new album I liked. The new album I enjoyed. Was it Hardwired to Self-Destruct? It wasn't bad. It wasn't Saint Anger.
I saw them with Kid Rock, Korn.
I'd like to see Korn.
System of a Down.
I've seen Korn twice.
And Power Man 5000.
Oh, I miss Power Man 5000.
I saw them open for Kiss too.
I like Kiss.
I haven't seen Kiss. I never got to see Kiss. That's one that I missed.
This is instrumental in giving Rush a big boost in the States. Rush warmed up for Kiss for a while.
Yeah.
Treated him like crap too, from the things I've heard.
Well, yeah, they said they weirded him out because like Gene was like, "Let me get this straight." It would be after they played the show, they'd be like, "All right, we're going out. You guys coming out with us?" And they're like, "No, we're just going to stay here in the hotel room and read."
He's gonna sleep, Alec. Yeah, they'll go read.
And he was like, "So let me get this straight. You guys don't drink or anything. You don't chase women.
Not into the groupies.
Like, what what's the catch here? Like, what are you into farm animals? Like, what are you doing?" Like, and Gene literally said he said that to him. He was like, "Are you guys either one or two things? You're either incredibly lame, which I doubt it, you're musicians, or you're incredibly weird, and you don't want anybody to know."
Glenn was asking what pinball is that?
Oh, let's see. This is Amazing Spider-Man, but it's on Steam. I'll just get out of here so we can take a look.
He loves pinball.
It is Pinball FX3 on Steam, and it has all kinds of tables you can purchase as DLC. It has some free ones. Let me get into my library. Here are all the Marvel tables. I don't think there are DC ones, but they got a lot of Marvel games, a lot of Star Wars games.
Oh, the sound of a Lego hitting the floor.
That's a scary moment. Nice. There you go, brother.
Oh, there we go.
In 86. Nice.
Yeah, I saw him in 79 or 80. It was the game tour. So whatever year that, 80 maybe. And then I saw Rush on Subdivisions.
Yes, I saw that tour.
Yes.
Speaking of which, I never saw them, but I liked Yes.
Callie, what's up, brother?
I've never seen Yes, but I did see Asia with the original.
Oh, really?
line.
Okay. With Trevor Rabin. I named my son after Trevor Rabin.
Nice.
Back in the day, the name Trevor was kind of
not real common, right?
I was about to say, I'd love to see Europe live. I know they're still touring and playing.
Yes.
I just want to hear Final Countdown live. Like, I have to hear that live. You have to hear Final Countdown at least once in your life.
Does it come with free
Like, as
counseling?
soon as I said Final Countdown, I know everybody was like, "Do-do-do-do-do," in their head. Like,
And I'm sitting here going, and if I never hear that song again,
I know, me too. It reminds me of Fly Into the Danger Zone.
Yeah,
or whatever from the movie. And they say, and we counted once, my friends and I if I recall, it's like they say the word danger zone 37 times in
that movie. I just saw
the song.
I just saw Maverick. I just saw the new one, and I was like, dude, I thought these guys were gonna die like 5 times in this movie, and they lived. Like, like I was like, well, there goes that guy. Oh no, he is still alive. Oh wow, that's very convenient and very not realistic at all.
I'm just sitting here thinking that Justin would probably join us from No Good Comics, except he's probably watching it again.
Yes.
it was really good, and it did kind of throw me off that where it got to the end, and Chick was standing in front of the Porsche, and I was like, "Oh, it's the chick from the first movie." And my girl just looked at me and was like, "You just now realized that was her." Are you serious? And I was like, "Yeah, I wasn't." I was like, I was feeling the need for speed, and she was just talking in a bar. Okay, like. If she would have showed, like, the first thing you see is him get on that Kawasaki and ride. Then at the end of the movie, you see her in front of the Porsche. And I was like, they should have started the movie with her in front of the Porsche. Like, I would have known immediately, okay.
You know, it's funny. I was in San Diego whenever they filmed that movie and whenever they released it. I was stationed out there. And you would get that, I forget what they called it, but it was like a trade magazine you could pick up at 7-Elevens and that. It cost $1. It's like newspaper print, and it had cars for sale and stuff.
Auto Trader.
Yes, that was it.
That's it, yeah.
They had the motorcycle from that movie for sale. Used, certificate, used in the movie Top Gun, all this kind of crap. Just before the movie had even come out. And it's like, God, man.
So maybe this goes without saying, but have you guys watched the Lego movies?
I've seen the first one.
I've seen the first
one. Yep.
I haven't even seen that.
It was funny. I enjoyed it.
Oh, yeah, I loved it. I thought it was great. Batman was the best part.
Stevie Ray, yes.
Well,
they have some Lego video games too, don't they? Like Lego Batman.
Yeah. Glenn has them all. He's been playing the Star Wars one, which I'm gonna have to download. He said it's the biggest map out there.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Now in a game like that, are you seeing every part of the map as part of the game, or can you go off and explore if you want? Like, is it mandatory that you're seeing every corner, or is it a little open world?
Glenn, you almost finished the game. Can you answer that question, brother? He's telling me you have to get it. And I'm like, all right.
Okay. I have to explore every corner of the games I play if it's that kind of game.
So do you play Zelda?
I have not. Is that at all similar to Final Fantasy?
I've actually, my nephew played Final Fantasy. It's you can explore it on that one. Wait, sorry, trying to keep up with the chat. Like the one that was on the GameCube was open, so there's like so many things you could do. So I went exploring everything. The Final Fantasy Inge is the one that was telling me that it's like an open map.
Oh.
Yeah, I was playing Nintendo 64, so nothing was open.
See, I've never played console. I've always been PC my whole life. So some games haven't even been available to me, or once they make it to PC, the way the port isn't very well, so it doesn't play as intended.
Well, I'm the old man of the group, and I never built Legos until about maybe 6 months ago, JD?
Yes.
These guys were live, and I just got on with them and started BS, and then they got me hooked on Legos. But I saw the Batman movie, the new one, and I wanted the Batmobile, and that's how I got into this. And then when video games, it was my kids. So I didn't play games until my kids started playing them.
And now he's a gamer.
We've got a lot of systems. And like I said, my oldest streams on Twitch all night, pretty much every night.
I was about to say, I was a Sony guy. I was a PlayStation guy until 3 came out, and they wanted like $700 for a PS3, and then the 360 came out and it was like $400. And I was like, you win. So I started playing Xbox, and then I've been on Xbox ever since. The only thing I ever played on PC was World of Warcraft, which I'm thinking about getting back into it. I haven't played it in a few years.
Doom.
And then Diablo.
Yeah, Diablo, Doom. I did those games on console.
Have to. You kind of have to.
Do games pretty much cost the same no matter what platform you're on? So the price of game is platform agnostic?
I would think so. I don't know, because I know you play Fallout on PC. What did Fallout cost you on PC?
Well, I guess. So the answer to that question would be most new high-end PC games on Steam run around $60, $59.95.
Yeah, that's what a new game on Xbox costs too. It's about $59.99 or something like that.
Okay.
And sometimes you might get a sale and it'd be $49.99.
Then they always seem to make a deluxe version where you can get the soundtrack and at least the stuff I play, like extra costumes or whatever or weapons for the game.
Callie says Lego games are awesome, easy enough for a kid to beat, and difficult enough to challenge a parent.
I'm sitting here thinking that's true of all games. My kids beat them, and I'm like, how are you doing this?
Xbox and PS5s are going up to 70 this year. Oh, dang.
Oh, wow.
It does seem like
everything's going up. That's nothing new. Everything's going up. So, I mean,
yeah, that's true.
It's all got to go up at some point, but still. That's why I like games like Fallout and Skyrim. Dude, you can still play any of those games years later and find new stuff that you didn't find when you played it the first 3 times you played it.
Yeah.
I bought Skyrim. I made my character, and that was as far as I got. I got so bored. It took me hours to make my character. I'm like, okay, I'm done.
Oh, yeah.
So when you have the opportunity, do you make your character look like you?
No, not really.
No, I'm not that good looking.
Like, I literally just go with whatever. Like, if I'm going to do like a 2-handed sword build, I make him look like Nathan Explosion or Corpse Grinder Fisher or something like that from Cannibal Corpse. Make him look huge, like long black hair, terrifying and massive. Pretty much whatever. Sometimes I'll random it. Sometimes I'll just random it and just go with something completely crazy. If it looked like me, it would have a mullet and it would drive a Trans Am, and it would.
No, dude, it would drive a bitchin' Camaro.
I was about to say a bitchin' Camaro, or like, let's see, what would be my weapon? It would have to be like sword and shield or something. Just I mean, who wants to get hit in the face with a mace or anything like that?
Well, I came to my first mistake, I think.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no, figured it out.
Crisis averted.
Okay, now I have to figure this one out. That's the error. Okay.
This year, my birthday show is, I'm probably, if I don't know whether I want to go to Atlanta, because I really don't like driving in Atlanta. I might just go to Greensboro and catch them.
Nice.
But Vader's on tour, and they're playing with Christian and who else? Somebody else.
Tylox, I bought a mullet comic to use against you on the hunt.
I was about to say, if it's Mullet Cop, I'll just play the same comic. I've got the same one. As soon as Mullet Cop came out, I was on it. I've also got some. I got some Richard Rider with a mullet. Got to have some Nova with a mullet. That was great in the 90s. I've got tons of mullet comics. Anytime I see somebody with a mullet in comics, I buy it.
I think I just saw that coming up to Worcester, Mass, Gajira and Sepultura together.
Yeah. I need to see Sepultura. I haven't gotten to see them live. I saw Mudvayne years ago. They played the Birthday Bash #5 here in Greenville, and that was the tour that Power Man 5000 was supposed to be on that show, and then they canceled for some reason. But I got to see Mudvayne on their like when they've had their second album out, so I got to see that. They played stuff off of like their demo even. Who else played on that show? Ra, a band called Ra, just R-A. That's
yeah.
Yeah, I hadn't thought about that band in years. The first like 3 Sepultura albums are so good. Beneath the Remains, Chaos AD, forgetting the other one. Those are really good.
I don't know much about Sepultura, but I went to Rock and Shock, and it's 2 brothers, right? Sepultura?
No, they're gone. They originally were in the band, the Cavalera brothers.
Yeah.
Matt
So
okay,
so they were at Rock and Shock, and they were playing their band or their bands, whatever they were playing. So I did see them.
Soulfly.
Yes.
Yeah. Soulfly was good. There was another band that they did called Nail Bomb. I love Nail Bomb. Nail Bomb is like more punk. It's a lot faster. It's not like, they've got the whole Brazil tribal kind of thing going on, especially with Soulfly. But like Nail Bomb reminded me of like, it was like Sepultura, but like had more punk to it. It was a lot like, I don't know. It was just fast and to the point. All the songs were like 3 minutes long. So Cold Chamber was good. I've seen Cold Chamber. Seen Slipknot. Seen Slayer. Seen Manson twice. First time was great. Second time was a train wreck.
I've seen Manson with the girl there that was in the Grinch, her band.
Oh yeah, Taylor or whatever.
Yeah,
they were on that same tour.
She opened up. Yeah.
Well, it was a festival, but they happened to all be like when they book tours like that. If they're playing a festival, everybody who's on the tour plays in the festival too. I've seen Korn twice. Both times were good. The second time was better.
Beefy, you have a great day, brother.
Have eggs. Beefy, eat eggs.
Yes.
Go all out.
Thanks for the concert recommendation.
Let's see. Who else have I seen live that was Cheap Trick was really good live.
Yeah, I actually like Cheap Trick.
They were really good live, and they were like, this is like a few years ago, so it's like older Cheap Trick, and they slayed. Ghost was really good live.
Ghost?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I saw them open for Maiden.
Oh man, that was probably great. I haven't seen Maiden. I've seen Megadeth. I've seen Anthrax. They were great live.
All right. Well, we hit that 1 hour and 30-minute mark.
Yeah, that's why I'm sitting here like, do I open the third bag? Man, it's pretty big.
Dude, how'd you do?
I got the first 2 bags done, so the whole base.
Oh, nice.
Backside. So it's starting to look like something. But what always gets me is, there's like these connection points and they're hidden. You're like, okay, why did they put this little ball joint here and then cover it? We'll find out later.
On the next exciting episode of Dragon Ball Z.
There you go. Family Values Tour.
I have the base of it done, and I just finished this part.
Okay, so that's part of the gauntlet, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's part of the gauntlet.
And this bag's almost done, so I just have a third bag. I think I'm just gonna take a break, eat some lunch, and then finish it up, and then take pictures and put it on Instagram.
All right.
So thank you guys, Phil. I appreciate you. Tylox,
Phil, it was nice meeting you.
You too.
I've actually first time in a while that I actually talked to him and on a chat, so I'm super happy. Actually, in a stream right here. Tylox, my brother, thank you for jumping on.
Yeah.
Talking
Always
music.
good to see you, Tyler.
Always a pleasure. John, thanks for hanging out with us for an hour and a half. It was a blast.
Thank you.
So
hope everybody has a good day.
Yeah, especially with Legos, it just clears my head so I get to get ready to do the yard work again. So
yeah.
Everybody, thank you for the live chat. Whoever chilled, BFit, Callie, Glenn, all of you guys. I appreciate you hanging out with us. You guys have a great week. Be safe. And make sure you guys sub up these great gentlemen. This guy, to my right or left, I'm not good with this camera stuff. This guy, this great gentleman up here. And of course, this guy always dropping fire every week.
Yes.
John, always killing it with your collection there. Phil, do you have anything you want to plug or anything right now?
No, just help me find a house. I'm packed up with nowhere to go.
And then as soon as he gets moved, we can start doing.
Then the floodgates are open. Yes.
Yeah. I can't wait.
Tylox, do you have anything to plug? Anything coming up right now, brother?
Every Saturday, hang out with the Hangout. Come hang out. I usually post a link in the chat, and if anybody wants to hang out, show stuff they've got that week, or talk about anything, pop culture, music, doesn't matter. Just come over and hang out. Door's always open unless you do something stupid.
That takes all the fun out of it.
That can be, didn't it?
Like fun, stupid, not stupid.
Yeah.
Not like get me banned off YouTube, stupid. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And yeah, stay tuned. And I think we're planning on doing
Fanboys?
we're doing it. We're trying to do a thing. We're trying to do another Clerks thing.
Yes, that's what I'm hoping for.
We have no idea whose channel it's going to be on. We have no idea when this is going to happen, but we're talking about it.
Yeah. So we're soon to have it back with Roscoe, Mike, and TM. So we'll get and Neighbor. So we can talk about, what are we on? Clerks 2?
I think we're on Clerks 2, which is that's going to be a fun one to cover.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So everybody, thanks for catching the replay and watching the live, and you guys have a safe week. See you later, guys.
Peace.